tonight's coverage of the Section 5 4A Girls Volleyball Championship match. Tonight, the Champlin Park Rebels take on the Rogers Royals. The winner goes to state. From Osseo High School, John Jacobson and Andy Gugasberg. And Andy, it's one of our favorite nights of the year coming to Osseo for the section final like we've done for so many years. And almost always, like we mentioned during the semifinals the other night, Champlin Park is one of the teams here, and they upset number one Maple Grove the other night to get to the final.
Yeah, Champlin Park just playing with a variety of experience, and talking with the coaches before the match tonight, they mentioned that they all had small roles, and those roles just got magnified this year, and everyone stepped up and did what they needed to do. It was a true team effort for them on Tuesday, taking down the number one seed, Maple Grove.
Rogers had been in Section 8, moved into Section 5 this year. Really resilient, that semifinal win over Wayzata, right down 5 points. Fairly late in both the fourth and the fifth set. Had match point against them in the fourth set. Still, they rallied to beat the Trojans, and they're the Rebels' opponent tonight.
Yeah, that Rogers team, they play aggressive volleyball. That was the thing Jay and I talked about in the pregame on Tuesday, was how they just stay aggressive the whole time. And that aggressiveness will cost you some points. You just got to hope that you're riding the wave up at the end, which is exactly what they did on Tuesday night.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Champlin Park. Tessa Magnan, one of the seniors on this team, really does a lot of things well, right? And kind of a glue player, so to speak. Not necessarily your top player in kills, but makes the right plays.
Yeah, she's the type of player that's just always going to be in the right spot to extend a rally, lay out for one more touch, give us a little bit more of an opportunity. When she gets her set, she's going to take advantage and score some points for you. But like you said, she's not your key player that everybody's going to try and defend what she does. They got other kids that do that. She takes advantage of the opportunity she's given.
And for Rogers, Kendall Dawson had a terrific semifinal match, 19 kills for her. Didn't play in the regular season match that the Royals lost to Champlin Park a couple of weeks ago, so that could be the difference maker tonight for Rogers, right?
Well, again, right, talk about tale of two teams. Rogers for the last 4 years has leaned on one athlete, and that kid graduated is having a heck of a freshman season at St. Thomas, so it has become a complete team effort for them this year. And she has done a really nice job, front row, back row, taking full advantage of swing opportunities, and she will be a key cog for them. Champlin Park's going to spread the ball around. Everything will go left side when they need a point for Rogers tonight.
Andy, give us the key for each team to get them to victory.
Well, I think the key for Champlin Park is to survive the onslaught. Rogers is going to come out firing. They're going to come out heavy. They're going to swing hard at the first 10, 12 balls. And if you can keep those balls in play and get a few of those points, get used to the tempo that they're going to play, they have a really good shot. On the other side of the net, Rogers is not used to having to play different for anybody. They're going to play the same volleyball they always do. This is the volleyball that a few years ago got them into the state semifinals against Wayzata, beating a very good Lakeville North team, and also had them lose to unranked Stillwater last year in the state quarterfinals. So they're going to play aggressive volleyball. If the serves are in, if the swings are in, they're going to be just fine. But if they aren't, they don't adjust. They don't make changes. They just keep doing the same thing and hope it works. It didn't set 4 and 5 against Wayzata, so that's their key for tonight.
That should be a fun one tonight. Champlin Park and Rogers, the winner going to the state tournament next week in St. Paul. We'll have the first set for you live on CCX and NSPN TV next.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
We're back at Osseo High School. The Champlin Park Rebels, the number 4 seed, took out number 1 Maple Grove on Tuesday. Rogers, the 2 seed, eliminated number 3 Wayzata. And here we are for the championship tonight at Osseo High School. It should be a terrific matchup between the Rebels and the Royals.
Lots of new faces on this Champlin Park team. Didn't get as much playing time as they have in previous years, but a lot of these players on the floor were in this building last year for the section final.
Well, and you look at the 3 all-tournament players that they graduated from last year. Reese Axness, Carly Gill, and Catherine Adler. Such a big part of that team last year that was state runner-up. And obviously some of these girls did see playing experience, others did not for varsity. So for some, definitely their first time on the floor in a section final. Same with Rogers as you look at their starters on both sides. Other than the key players, if you had to pick out a player on each side, who do we look for that needs to shine tonight?
I think we need a lot of Tilke from a blocking standpoint as the opposite, as well as from an attacking standpoint. And I'm really interested as to what Caitlin Schmidt's going to do and how much court she's going to take in the libero jersey.
Bryn Bellison gets us started with her serve. First attack and the first kill for Rogers. Emma Sipp, senior middle hitter, connects. And point 1 goes to the Royals. Regan Schmidt back to serve. The third of the 3 Schmidt sisters who have come through this Rogers program. 2 of them obviously still on the roster. Lucy Howard, such a big match in the semifinals, gets Champlin Park on the board with that swing.
Yeah, Howe with that fire in her eye. We'll take another look at this swing here. She just goes up, and pass goes left of center, so she goes behind and drops that ball into the deep 5.
Mia Kern on the serve, floats it over. Left side, Dawson gets blocked. Nice pickup there by Emily Hoyt. Mia Kern, quick set. Howe taps this one, picked up by Caitlin Schmidt. Right side swing, off Bryn Bellison, back. Right side, bumped over by Inman. Set across for Dawson, another pickup by Bellison. Bryn Bellison will dump this one to the back row where it's played by Regan Schmidt. Right side swing again from Colligan. Good long rally here. Right side Tilke, swings but it's long. Point Rogers.
Defensively, Rogers defending the corners really well. They leave the deep 6 open. That's the shot Tilke was looking for, just couldn't find it. Great cover there.
Caitlin Schmidt, short serve, picked up by Bryn Bellison. Right side tapped over by Inman. Dawson will bump it across for the Royals. Middle, Howe swings, and that's off of Hoyt and out. Point Champlin Park, and it's 2-2.
Howe with 2 kills on as many swings. That free ball sent across won't happen often for Rogers. We'll take a look at the finish here. She has all court to swing at, takes it into the 1.
Hoyt setting, and it's Dawson with her first kill tonight.
Dawson didn't really get to that ball as well as she wanted to, but was able to get her hand on it. She's got really good hand contact, can make the ball go wherever she wants.
Aleda Finke, number 17, in for Rogers. Served by Kinley Colligan, set outside. Dawson again, this time gets blocked. Tilke getting up with Howe. But it's out. And so another Rogers point. So they got the block, but couldn't keep their hands turned and goes out for a Royals point. 4-2 Rogers. Colligan serving again. Back row Bryn Bellison. Mia Kern in the middle. Back row off the swing from Tilke. Pushed across from the back row. Quick swing. Howe. And another kill for Lucy Howe.
Howe picking up where she left off in the semifinals. 3 swings across the front row, all of them resulting in kills.
Ava Hewlett now rotating in for Kinley Colligan for Rogers. Howe serving. Back set, and that gets through the block. Dawson with the kill. Her second, Rogers up by 2.
Take another look at this back set. Dawson, good from both antennas. She beats that one off the edge of the block.
Kyra Bellison now in for the first time tonight. And that one off a hand and out. Kill for Tessa Magna.
Bellison, Magnan, and Pleasel, the three seniors. Pleasel limited in her playing time. The other two very key cogs for this Champlin Park team.
Chilke hammers a serve, picked up by Caitlin Schmidt. Over by Dawson. Bryn Bellison with the pickup. Ira Bellison will push it over. Good layout on that ball by Regan Schmidt. By Dawson. And then we had a player in the net on Champlin Park. And a point.
Point to the Rebels here.
Rogers player, Finke in the net. 5-5. Serve too long. Rogers back in front. Sip back in, and Caitlin Schmidt out for Rogers. Back set, Kern by Rebellison over. Set across, swing. Regan Schmidt picked up back row. Nice tap at the net. Kern back over by Magnan for another point. Couple of kills for the senior, 6-6.
Blood on Finke there. We'll get a little bit of a timeout while she gets that looked at. Rogers imploring the, I call it the men on two, where the first ball earlier in that rally came easy, so the first contact got set right to the outside, and she hit it over on two. Champlin Park ready for the play, taking full advantage.
Serve from Magnan to the back row. Set by Hewlett, backing up a little bit. Not the way you teach it, right? But Emma Sip got the job done, got it over for a point.
It's section final time. Nobody cares how, they just care how many. Really good out-of-system swing.
Colligan and Hoyt back in. Hoyt to serve. Kern, right side, back row. Great pickup by Caitlin Schmidt. Regan Schmidt swings and scores.
Caitlin Schmidt with some great range here. We'll take a look at the end of the play, the swing through the seam of the block and down.
8-6 Royals with Hoyt serving into the net. And you have Kyra Bellison in and out of the lineup, but other than that, the other night and so far tonight, they did not substitute at all. It's been the core seven, right?
They play the iron seven here. Howe and Bellison coming out and the libero playing for them, but everybody else played all the way around.
Kern to Howe, pushing it to the back row, where it's picked up by Hoyt. Swing by Regan Schmidt gets blocked. Riley Inman, number 11, gets up.
Take a look at this. Good seal. Only one spot this ball can go. Inman makes the adjustment coming back inside, and that stuff block is there. Howe was dug for the first time today, but got a part of that block, so she's still on the stat sheet.
Bryn Bellison catches the tape. It drops for an ace. Champlin Park in the lead at 9-8. Schmidt, front row, tipped over. We have another net. Player in the net. No, back row attack.
Back row attack, yep.
And it's 10-8. Champlin Park, first 2-point lead for the Rebels tonight. And it is the freshman, Bryn Bellison, serving again. Dawson, overpass easy, tap over for Inman. Champlin Parking on a little run here. 5 in a row for the Rebels.
Nerves a little tight on the Rogers side. Perhaps that's what causes overpasses early.
And a great set there for Sip.
Decided to go away from the middle there. They set Sip on the gap, and she cuts it inside. Really nice set location.
Regan Schmidt, good serve. Off of Tilke. Kern set up Inman. Off speed hit. Nice little shot there. 12-9.
Inman just quietly scoring points. I was fortunate enough to work with her a little bit during the club season this past year, and she doesn't roar, but she just delivers.
Leads the team in kills. The Royals scrambled on that one before Dawson got it over. Back set, Tilke gets blocked. It's out, point Champlin Park. (13-9), Kern serving. Outside, Dawson gets blocked. Tap at the net, over by Colligan. Bryn Bellison, back set, over. Good layout by Schmidt in the back row. Kern to Howe. To the front row, Dawson swings and scores. Gets a good set from Hoyt, and then connects for the point.
Take a look again. It's a free ball that's pushed out to the outside on the first contact, and a big swing down the line. Magnan not able to make the play.
Kaylin Schmidt, Bryn Bellison, Mia Kern. Outside, Tilke connects and scores again.
Tilke being fluid here to start set one.
Front row, Hoyt, back set, over by Colligan, up in the rafters. Bellison adjusts and pushed across by Magnan. Here's Dawson swinging, another pickup by Bellison. In the middle, big swing and the kill for Riley Inman.
Inman on the tempo pipe, and we're gonna get a timeout here. Take a look at this last play here. Good set out of the back row. There's a solo block, and you see Hoyt releasing early as she doesn't have to play defense in their system perhaps, but the adjustment didn't come from the middle back over, leaving that space wide open for the junior Inman to take full advantage of the opening.
9-2 scoring run here for Champlin Park.
It's Rogers. Rogers has been doing the same thing they've been doing all year, but Champlin Park so disciplined, a lot of teams will give up that over on two ball that we've seen Rogers use 4 times already in this set, but Champlin Park just disciplined, sitting on it, waiting for that second ball to come over, not setting up the other option, which is that second ball to the outside, and then she sets it back across, which we saw in this gym back when TJ Canham used to work at Osseo. He implemented that with the Osseo squads from yesteryear as well.
Look at how we got here. Maple Grove with a sweep of Osseo. Champlin Park struggled a little bit in their quarterfinals against Spring Lake Park. That was a good 4-5 match. The other 2 quarterfinals also 3-0, and then we saw the semifinal results which we had for you the other night. Both good matches. And right out of the timeout, Tilke and Howe with the block. Looks like it was mostly Tilke there.
Tilke's in a space, man. Just hands across, eyes in the right space.
Service error here gives a point back to Rogers. 16-11, they get the side out. Kinley Colligan, Jr., back to serve. And serves out. So teams trade service errors. Champlin Park back up by 6. Howe, second time through to the serving line for her. Hewlett setting. That's out on the swing from Qualley. Bell Qualley unable to get that in play. Rogers in trouble here, Andy. 18-11.
Yeah, they're comfortable being down 5, but they're down 7 now. This is a little much.
Oh, it's an ace serve.
There's something for the fans.
How good has Lucy Howe been the last 2 nights here?
She's capable of going to space. Clean from the service line, great eyes on the block, doing a little bit of everything, and that serve causing problems. It won't go down as an ace, but that is all her point.
20-11, Champlin Park. Another timeout for Rogers.
It's been a lot of errors on the Rogers side, but clean play with some pressure. It's not like Champlin Park's just rolling free balls over there. They're making things uncomfortable for the Royals, and the Royals are not responding well right now. 20-11 our score here in set one. Winner gets to go. What are we going to call it? I'm still going to call it the X, man. I can't get into
Casino
the
Arena?
Grand Casino Arena.
They need a nickname for that.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody will come up with one.
Yeah.
The Grand, maybe. Or the
Grand.
So you still call it the X, Andy.
Okay, I'll keep calling it the X until I'm given specific instructions. These fans starting to have a good time.
Quarterfinal round for Class 4A, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on Wednesday, first day of the 4-day tournament.
Get to sleep in. That's good.
Yeah.
No 9 and 11 a.m. matches that first day.
That was the case for a long time.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yep.
Until they went to the 4 classes a few years ago here. Oh, another serve by Howe. That goes as an ace. 21-11, Champlin Park.
I didn't have this on my bingo board. I thought it was going to be I saw Champlin Park as the better team, but I didn't see them by this much.
No. At the net, reball picked up by Magnan. Hearn will go back. Punched across by Howe. Hewlett a little tight to the net, over but out. On the tip by Finke. Just a lot of errors by Rogers. Some certainly caused by Champlin Park, but not all of them.
Not all of them, yeah. Some of it they're trying to do too much with too little. Some of it is the pressure put on by the Rebels. Recipe for disaster right now, and another poor pass.
Off Dawson, Hewlett back to Dawson, swings long.
I like the move after she missed that swing, went right to her setter, so that's a good ball. I can be better, and wants the next one as well.
Howe, Caitlin Schmidt, and across on the swing by Finke, picked up back row. Tip by Magnan at the net. Finke across, good pick up by Inman. Kyra Bellison on that swing, another tip over. Pick up by Kern. Here's Kilkeith, another kill. (24-11) at set point. Howe, back row, Schmidt, and into the net on the attack and out. The Champlin Park fans are just chanting, "This is easy." That was a little too easy, right? 25-11.
Yeah, section finals don't typically start like that. Might be nerves for Rogers. We'll see what they come back with in set two. But right now, Champlin Park feeling themselves with a decimation of Rogers in set one, 25-11.
We'll take time out. Set two on the way. Section 5 4A Championship. Rebels win big in set one.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
John Jacobson back with Andy Guggesberg at neutral site Osseo High School. 25-11. Rogers, the 4th seed over the number 2 seed, Rogers. It's not 1-8, Andy. This is 4-2. It shouldn't be 25-11.
Correct.
Although, again, only one. You have to win 3.
Right. That is the beauty of this. I get asked by friends of mine who are way too into March Madness about the NCAA women's volleyball tournament, why there aren't as many upsets. Because if Georgetown goes up by 20, they stay up by 20 in basketball.
So a fresh start here for Rogers in set 2, but first point in set 2 goes to Lucy Howe in Champlin Park.
The more things change, Sean. Exactly the same way we started set 1. Howe getting after it.
Serve from Mia Kern. Tight to the net, over to the back row on the swing from Sip. Right side, over by Inman. Front row pushed across by Regan Schmidt. Tap back over by Howe. Swing gets blocked. Dawson, nice job to pick that up. Regan Schmidt off the hands of Magden and out. Tied at 1. Just to close on the set 1 again. Champlin Park finishes that set on a 19-3 scoring. Regan Schmidt trying to get some momentum back here for the Royals, who started pretty strong in that first set. Dawson, that's off hands, and Rogers in front.
Student section thinking they saw the touch call. It was a net violation that call. And the Champlin Park students, of course, livid.
Regan Schmidt's service long. It's 2-2. Riley Inman serving. Set to the middle and over by Sip. Outside, Magnan swings. Touched and out. Point Champlin Park. Well, would have gone long. Regan Schmidt got her hand up on it. 3-2 Rebels. Riley Inman serves it. Picked up by Caitlin Schmidt. Dawson through the block, but picked up nicely by the Rebels. Hoyt back set. And there's the kill for Callaghan. Caitlin Schmidt serving, back row, Kern, quick set, Howe gets blocked. Left side swing and through, Magnan for the point. Kyra Bellison back in for Champlin Park. Rebels by 1. Howe serving, very good serving in that first set. Dawson, back row. Inman, cross it goes. Magnan gets blocked. Colligan, the junior right side, gets the block on the point.
Colligan dialed in here in set 2. She really good job getting across with her right hand and turning it back in. That tool that was happening so well for Champlin Park got closed off there with a good shoulder turn from the Rogers block.
Finke in for Hoyt. As Colligan serves for Rogers. Right side swing, and Kilke gets blocked by Dawson. Float served by Colligan. Kern, Kyra Bellison elevates up and gets the kill. Her first tonight.
Nice swing. Kyra on a full approach. Got through that ball really well. We'll take another look at the swing here. She gets behind the 10-foot line in transition. Has the opening to her right in front of Schmidt. That's a really great swing.
Set across, and the swing goes off hands on Finke's attack. Magnan over. Good pickup by Regan Schmidt. Dawson will bump it to the back row. Kern and Magnan again. It's off of Regan Schmidt on the pickup from the back row. And the point by Finke. Good job by Rogers staying with it. Couple good digs. And they finally able to terminate on the last point, on the last swing.
Only one spot this ball can go. Finke's going to get set, so she looks for hands and finds them.
Dawson serves long off that point, and it's back to Champlin Park at 6-6. Magnan. Back row, Dawson across, but out.
Oh, Schmidt with some words of encouragement to Dawson there. She asked if that ball was going to be out. He said, no, you made a right play there. Just go get the next one.
Magnan, they'll get one back on a service error. 7-7. Bell quality to serve. Tilke to Kern. Swing from Inman.
Inman beats the block there. There's a hole in the 6. She finds it well.
Champlin Park back up by 1. Trading points here early in set 2. Kern will set it back to Tilke, who runs up to get that ball. Backs up by Hewlett, and nice jig from the back row by Magnan to keep that ball alive. Hewlett outside, this one off of Regan Schmidt. Rebels can't get to that ball, and a point for Rogers.
Feels like momentum is shifted back into Rogers' side of the court here. Even though it's a tie game, they just feel like they're finally playing with the confidence we saw from them on Tuesday night.
Hoyt serving. Kern to Inman, ran up on that ball, got blocked at the net. This will lead a Rebels player in the net. Tilke, point Rogers. Hoyt serve, handled by Tilke. Kern back set to Howe. Hoyt across and swing too long from Regan Schmidt. 9-9. Kern serves, back row. Back set and across. That one hit, yes. Kill this time for Schmidt. Missed on the last one, connects here. Rogers back in front.
Good cross-court swing into the hypotenuse, using every inch of the court there.
Schmidt serve too long. 10-10. Inman to the back row. Caitlin Schmidt on the pickup. Hoyt back set. Colligan gets blocked. Tessa Magnan rejects that.
That was elbows above the net. That was some serious height on that block here. Let's take another look. Back set here. Just, oh my.
Inman to the back row. Off of Regan Schmidt. They recover though. And cross by Sip. Quick set to Howe. Lucy Howe puts Champlin Park up 2.
Bo Schmidt having a little discussion there with, I believe that was Sip, about how to make a change here blocking wise.
Hoyt to Sip. Picked up by Bryn Bellison. Kern and over by Magnan. Here's Dawson swinging and gets that for a point. Rogers back within 1. Caitlin Schmidt back row, too strong. Bryn Bellison making the right choice, so it's a go past her and out.
It was closer than I thought it was. She was way more confident that that ball was out than I was.
You would have played it.
I would have. I'd have played it poorly too.
Howe with an ace. It goes off Regan Schmidt. (14-11) Champlin Park. Now Dawson got this one over by Colligan. Oh, great pickup on the layout by Tilke. Back set Hoyt. Colligan pushing it. Turn to Inman. Magnan trying to tap it over. Then Kyra Bellison does. Back set Hoyt. Colligan gets blocked. It's Magnan again. Timeout Rogers.
Whoa. 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 Magnan just so fast, getting her hands across so far. And right now we see TJ Canham talking to Colligan about how to hit around that. I don't know, TJ. I don't think there is around that. She's so far across. I think she was trying to go high hands, but the angles don't exist when the block is that far across. It's hitting into a phone booth. That block is just a menace. There's not much else to say about it. It's high-level, elite blocking with good eyes and a great game plan. You can tell before the ball is getting set, there's movement happening on the Champlin Park side. Like they know it's coming before it's delivered. And it allows them the opportunity to really get ready and play some key defense.
Some sad faces on Rogers right now.
Yeah, they're not used to being in this space.
No. Came into the match. 7 losses on the season, 24-7. Champlin Park 23-8. Going in. Out of the timeout, Howe. Service error this time. Been rare for her, but it's Rogers a much needed side out. Point 15-12. Howe out. Bryn Bellison back in. On the Colligan serve. Inman to Kern. Kyra Bellison pushing it a little too long. (15-13). Then Bellison to Kern. Right side Magnan over, and the free ball put away by Kyra Bellison.
Bellison finding another gear here. Watch this overpass. Close the fist and bring the hammer. Nice swing.
Rebels by 3. Tilke sails this one on. Had a few of those tonight on both sides.
Don't mind an aggressive miss here and there.
Dawson serves. Off Bryn Bellison. Let her teammates recover and get it back, and then this one off the antenna and out off Dawson. Even when Champlin Park doesn't get that first pass, it seems like they're recovering, right, Andy? They're not letting the mistakes multiply.
Yeah, they're able to salvage a bad first touch by putting something productive together.
On the flip side, Rogers unable to do anything with them. This swing from Regan Schmidt is long. 18-14. Magnan serves to Dawson. Swing from the middle, back row picked up by Magnan. Kern set up Inman, off hands. Caitlin Schmidt got it. Back set and across. And missing was Finke. Point Champlin Park.
Take a look at this swing again. She's looking for hands. Goes over the block and out of bounds. Good no call there.
Magnan in the back row. Caitlin Schmidt. Backs up by Hewlett. Tipped across. Inman. You're trying to slam dunk a basketball there. Miss hit it and fell on her side of the net. A rare error for number 11. Point for Rogers, 19-15. With serve coming from Qualley. Back set, Kyra Bellison over, and it's a kill. And then she comes out and Howe in. I had a brief but nice discussion with Mrs. Bellison and Mrs. Howe the other night after the match, she said, we're the middle moms. They introduced themselves.
I know Howe's mom well enough. She's probably getting T-shirts made.
Swing it over, and connecting here is Finke. 20-16. Again, Andy, Rogers late in this set, not have a lot of room to play with as far as it'll be pretty clean this on the way out to pull this one out, but still time. Kern and Inman trying to go line and missed. 2017.
I don't know if Amy wants to let this thing get any closer. I think if Rogers gets this point, she should call a timeout.
Hoyt serves long. They don't, though. It's 21-17.
That's why I'm back here. I have no idea how to coach a high school team. Absolutely none.
But you're an elite club coach, Andy.
I don't know about that. I think I'm an elite color commentary guy.
Absolutely,
yeah, let's go with that.
are.
That I can hang my hat on.
Yeah. Ace serve. And Champlin Park at 22. Mia Kern, sophomore, her team 3 points away from going up 2-0 here. Hoyt back set. Regan Schmidt blocked but out by Champlin Park.
Good aggressive swing there from Schmidt on the right side. They almost exclusively set her in row one over there.
Regan Schmidt serve. Bellison, Kern, back set, swing by Inman and missed wide. 22-19.
Inman with a few errors starting to pile up here. She needs another groove swing to get back in rhythm.
Kern runs this ball down, over by Tilke. Fights and then that Dawson wins that 50-50 ball. Rogers back to within 2. Regan Schmidt again. Floats it across. Bellison, Kern. Middle, Howe. And Lucy Howe with another kill. 23-20.
Such firepower taking that ball to zone one. Unable to make the play was Hoyt.
Hoyt tapped over by Colligan. Bryn Bellison runs up on that ball. Magnan gets it sent back, but good pick up by Champlin Park. Hoyt back set. Colligan off hands, and this one drops. 23-21.
No need for Kern to think here. Let's get this ball out to Magnan, let her take a swing. Or Howe.
Howe tips it over.
Thought she was in the back row.
Block at the net, picked back up by Dawson. Colligan will tap it over. Kern to Magnan, and a good run up on that ball. Keep it alive by Regan Schmidt. Kern to Howe, tips it over the block and down. And it's set point for Champlin Park. 24-21. Timeout Rogers.
Looks like Hoyt might have gotten a little shaken up there on that last touch. See how she comes off the timeout. 24-21 our score. Champlin Park ready to go up 2-0 in this section final. Rogers needs not just a pass and a good side out, but they need to find a way to stop. I believe they still have Magnan in the front row as Howe will be serving here. 24-21. Penetration on the block going to be key.
See most of the team around Coach Bonacci, but Al Axness
with the 2-6 rotation lefts.
Yeah, talking to Inman and Magnan here separately.
Yeah, that's what coaching staffs that have worked together for a while are able to do. the head coach can trust that the assistant coach is going to get a message out that doesn't contradict anything. We talk about they've been together for a while. This is her first season running the show, but she's been a part of this program for a long time.
Team on the verge of going up 2-0. We'll see how with that great serve. Dawson brings it across. Kern up in the air. Out of Magnan, and there it is. 25-21. Champlin Park is up 2-0.
Rebels take a commanding 2-0 lead in this best of 5. 25-21, but it didn't feel that close. It felt like Champlin Park took big control early, let them back in a little bit, but not anything for the Rebel fans to worry about. Rogers needs to reset and recover. They're going to be out of here in about another 20 minutes.
Take a break. Set 3 on the way. Champlin Park 1 set win away from a state tournament berth. Back to Osseo after this on CCX.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Thank you to our supporting sponsor, Scott's Lawn Care, serving homes and businesses of their neighbors in the Twin Cities West Metro area. Scott's Lawn Care team offers services ranking from weekly maintenance to complete redesign. Also, Scott's Lawn Care offers snow plowing services for the smallest residential lots to large commercial projects as well. Thank you, Scott's Lawn Care, for being a supporting sponsor of CCX Media.
Champlin Park up 2 sets to none on Rogers. Section 5 4A championship. Third set on the way, and Rogers no margin for error. Andy, as we head to set 3.
Yeah, and their high level, high intensity, all gas, no break philosophy might be running out of road here. They might need to take something off here and decide to keep a ball in play if it's not really there. Live to fight another better swing in the next transition opportunity.
First swing, Regan Schmidt missed wide. First point to Champlin Park. Bryn Bellison to serving. She's really played well, I think, these last 2 nights as well, right?
Yeah, just a freshman really playing under the pressure well. And then
I'm
just going to mute my...
Sorry, Brent.
Okay, and we're back.
Regan Schmidt, good serve by her, gets an ace. Schmidt, only a sophomore, 2 more years left for her, playing for her dad here at Rogers. Kern back set, Lucy Howe. Good layout by Hoyt, and bumped over by Colligan. Kern to Howe again. Missed wide. 3-1 Rogers. Schmidt serving. Overpass. Back set. Colligan will tip it over. Kern, Bryn Bellison, front row. Pushed across by Inman. Dawson swings. And another kill off hands. Good start for the Royals in set 3 that they have to have. It's 4-1. Regan Schmidt lines it up. Magnan, Kern, Inman. Pick up by Dawson. Tight to the net there and sent back by Inman.
Tight sets can cause some problems. Great vision and body control there by Champlin Park to get the block across and stay out of the net.
Ends the 4-point run for Rogers. Hoyt to Dawson, tips it over for a point.
One of the first times we've seen Dawson go off speed tonight.
(5-2) with Caitlin Schmidt serving. Turn across, Tilke over. A lot of kills early in that first set. Pretty quiet in the second set, but gets going on this one.
Take a look at this swing again. Nice ball outside, double block, standing and waiting for it. Tilke with a really nice swing.
Inman serving. Outsiders Dawson swings. Oh, great pickup by Bryn Bellison. Chased down there by Kern and over by Inman. Hoyt across. Dawson down the line. Tipped off Champlin Park hands and a Rogers point. Another kill for Dawson. 6-3 Royals.
Take a look at this last swing again. Right up to the antenna and then right off the edge of Tilke's right hand.
Colligan's float serve between Tilke and Howe. Drops.
It's a really good spot. That's exactly why you practice serving short, so you can serve into the cluster in rotation 6 here.
Then Bellison to Kern, quick ball to Howe. Colligan will set this time for Dawson. Bryn Bellison back to Tessa Magna. (7-4). And Lucy Howe to serve. Back set swing, it's blocked. Quick ball to the middle, off hands. Kyra Bellison connects, dropping it in front of Qualley and Finke. 7-5. Now drives another one to the back row. Hewlett across, tough ball at the net, but getting it over was Finke for a point.
Tight joust at the net. Tilke jumps first. Golden rule of jousting, jump second.
Tilke across, played by Magnan. Hewlett back set, swing in, over, another kill for Finke. It's time from the right side.
Block is there, but it can be your friend. That's a big swing into the top of the hands, using the block for a point.
Dawson line drive serve off Bellison. Magnan's there to pick it up and then over by Inman. Hewlett quick set, tapped over, kept alive at the net. Tilke over. Run down, over by Regan Schmidt, who gets the point. Timeout, Champlin Park. Rogers' first 5-point lead tonight comes in set 3.
Yeah, it's a really good swing there. Out of system play, couple different chances for Champlin Park to score that last point, but the thumb up cut allows that ball to spin down the line. Setter releases early, thinking there's no way that part of the court's available, but that's exactly where it lands. Great swing, great point for Rogers. They're up 5 here, and the momentum clearly on their side. Now we have, again, a lot of everybody in, but a quick one-on-one with Coach Bailey and Tilke just calming her down. She's in a little bit of a mental space. But there you see the freshman just completely locked in, ready to go. I've coached athletes like that before. We call them heart rate kids, because the best part about their game is their heart rate never gets above 80, and the worst part about their game is their heart rate never gets above 80. She's just going to be the same kid as we take a look at Bo Schmidt in his 8th season as the Rogers head coach. He's been around. He's covered a few different schools, but his family is in Rogers, and that is where he plans to be for the foreseeable future through all of his children.
In the state tournament 3 times in recent years. Out of the timeout, Kyra Bellison across. Ball from the middle, and another kill for Roger. This time it's Qualley. (11-5) Royals. This serve misses. Gives Champlin Park the side out.
First error from Rogers in a long time. Tilke into serve here, trailing by 5.
Ball 7, another kill for Rogers. They go up by 12-6. Regan Schmidt set by Hewlett. Sip back in with Qualley serving. Off the tape. Offside Magnan over. Picked up by Dawson. Regan Schmidt gets blocked, sent back by Rogers. Magnan swings. It's blocked. It's off the antenna. Another Rogers point.
R1 going to make sure that everybody saw the same thing, that went off of Champlin Park into the antenna and not off the block into the antenna. That will be the correct call.
And it'll stay with the way they had called it on the floor. It is the point for Rogers. That serve long. Bellison ducking out of the way. It's not going to hit me, and it's going to go long. I know it. 13-7. Magnan, a good serve. Pushed across by Sip. Down for a point.
Uh-oh. That one felt uh-oh-y to me, John. Lack of communication, lack of movement there from both Inman and Bellison. That's the type of play that can't fall. It's an out-of-system free ball chance.
Kern and Inman swings long. This is a feel of set 1 in reverse, right? 15-7 Rogers.
Nothing going right for Champlin Park right now. We'll see if they can get a side out. Little push.
Kern back set. Kyra Bellison swings long.
Talking with the coaching staff beforehand, they said they run this iron 7 because if they don't need to change anything, why change anything? Might be time to go down the bench a little bit, give some kids a rest.
Kern, Kyra Bellison. Schmidt to Colligan. Sailed on her on that attack. Side out Champlin Park. 16-8. Bryn Bellison serving. Line drive serve picked up by Dawson. Back set. Hoyt. Pushed by Regan Schmidt to the back row. Quick set to Lucy Howe.
It's not quite Hilly doing Hilly things, but Howe doing Howe things is starting to get a ring to it.
Lucy Howe. Still another year of high school volleyball left for number 2. Off hands here. Good pickup by Tilke. They're scrambling, but Howe got it over. Keelan Schmidt. Hoyt. Back set. Regan Schmidt terminates.
Rogers Royals doing a really good job of having hitters, not left hitters, right hitters. Schmidt hits just as well, if not better, from the right side as she does from the left side. Does a really nice job swinging that one into the hypotenuse corner. Uh-oh.
Goes an ace. Tilke and out. It's 18-9 for Rogers. right back that way. Kern to Inman. Dawson, Hoyt back to Dawson. Kern quick set. Howe tips. Caitlin Schmidt picks it up. Tipped over by Regan Schmidt. Front row, Inman will drop it across. Hoyt, and put away by Dawson. Another timeout, Champlin Park.
Take a look at this last play here. Good outside set. Downhill swing into a late block and in front of the middle back defender there. This isn't a timeout to win this set. This is a timeout to just calm everybody down and remind them that it's still 2-0. They don't need to win this set to win the match. They just need to play a little bit cleaner, get a little momentum going into set 4. Now, saying that, I don't think that's exactly the words that she's using in that timeout. Hey guys, let's choke this one away and go get him in the 4th. But in the same breath, that's why you call this timeout. You want to make sure that everybody's ready to go into the next one. And you want to make sure if you're Rogers, you don't lose that focus. See a little dancing. It's fine to have a good time in the huddle, but you still got to remember we got a job to do off this timeout. Going to finish this set, take that momentum into 4, and hopefully force a 5th.
Royals lost the first 2 sets, 25-11, 25-21. Here up 19-9. On the verge of extending this to a 4th set. Turn to Howe, tips it over from there. It's 1 point for Champlin Park. They get the side out. And Mia Kern back to serve.
Take a look at this again. A little off speed there. Tips it over the block in front of the defenders. That ball's going to score quite often.
White to the middle. Inman tried to go line and missed. 20-10. Chilkey over by Magnan. Hoyt to Dawson. Got it across. Kern. Howe reaches back for it. Picked up by Caitlin Schmidt. Halligan gets blocked but out. And Rogers is at 21. Caitlin Schmidt back to serve again. To Howe, gets blocked. That's a point. Dawson with another big play.
No answers for Champlin Park right now as everything breaking the way of the Royals.
A run down on that ball and then a block at the net. Halligan gets up with Qualley to turn that away.
Take a look at this one. It's out of system, just trying to stay alive. Doesn't get it high enough to get it over the block, and another point for Rogers.
That was all Bell Qualley. Howe with a tip for a point. A little late here for Champlin Park, though. It's 23-11. Hoyt back set. Colligan had to back up on it and missed long on her swing. Inman, Caitlin Schmidt, Hoyt, Colligan, pushing it nicely past Bryn Bellison. And now it's set point.
A little bit of off speed there. That's the stuff that was missing in the first 2 sets for Rogers.
Colligan floats it across. Kern back set over by Tilke, missed, and the point to Rogers. And decisively, The Royals come back and win set 3 and will play on.
25-12, the scoreboard will not lie on that set. Everything that could have gone wrong for Champlin Park did, and Rogers just kept going and kept making one small play after another. They have all the momentum, but as we said at the end of set 1, that's why we reset the scores to 0.
Take another break, come back. Set 4 on the way. Section 5 4A Championship on CCX and NSPN.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
25-12, Rogers wins set 3. Pull within 1 at 2 sets to 1. We're ready for the 4th set here at Osseo High School. Bill Quam there, near the camera, was a longtime teacher, coach, and activities director here at Osseo. Moved over to Irondale High School this summer, but still runs this tournament and does a great job.
He must have heard us talking about him. Just snuck over here to say hello.
He told me of the meeting place afterwards. We could enjoy
the important things.
Beverage or two.
I still now we'll go back.
Yes, okay.
We'll
I know what you're going to talk about.
The last time I was outside before the world shut down was celebrating your, let's call it, 5th anniversary of calling games, something like that. You'd been calling games for a while, and we all went out afterwards.
Yeah, it was March of 2020. 20. It wasn't volleyball season anymore for high school, but you
basketball.
and I and Bill went to Duffy's in Osseo.
Yeah.
And then like a day later, 2 days later, it was COVID, and we never saw each other for months. All right, let's focus. Get back to volleyball, where Rogers carries that momentum. Andy, first 2 points of set 4 go to the Royals.
And when things go your way, that serve that hits the net goes over. When they don't go your way, it tends to stay on your side. Another good serve.
Howell gets turned back. Emma Sip with the block.
Is that the first time she's been blocked? I think it is.
Yeah.
And I don't remember her getting blocked on Tuesday either.
No. And the serve for Emily Hoyt. Tight to the net. Kern able to get it to Howe. Tips this one over. Swing off the hand of Magnan. Howe quick set. Inman gets blocked. Kinley Cowgan. Man, it is just all Rogers. Now things can flip on a turn on a dime, right?
Yeah.
Wait again, gets one back, and that gets Champlin Park on the board here in the 4th set. Kern, back row. Caitlin Schmidt, Hoyt back set. Regan Schmidt, that's off of Kern's hands out. And this is the last set plus now. First contact a lot of times for Champlin Park, not how we saw them play the first 2 sets at all.
Right, and then on top of that, on the other side, Rogers putting everything right on the setter's head. You get a pass like they've been getting for the last set plus. It's pretty easy to run an offense.
They do get the side out here though. The Inman serving. Kern quick set. Howe taps it over. It's sent right back. Time they go to Magnan. Front row. Dawson swings. Another point for the Royals.
This is one of those super cuts, open late. She goes thumb down, takes the tape with her. That ball barely inside the sideline. Great shot.
Caitlin Schmidt serve. Picked up by Howe. Right side, Tilke over for the kill. 6-3. Schmidt serves. Excuse me, Howe serves. Dawson gets blocked. Riley Tilke blocking the swing from Kendall Dawson. Rebels within 2.
Here's the momentum swing. Big swing and right into the hands of Tilke. She's awake again.
Ball to the middle, and the Rebel player, nope,
we have a dual net violations. The net violation from the attack came first. The call right now as it stands is net violation on the attack before the net violation on the block. We'll see what happens. Let's take another look here, see if we can get an angle on it. The swing happens. That's a good call. They're going to call a replay on it. Looked like simultaneous contact.
So replay point, that's 6-4. Wait, quick set. Oh, good block in the middle by Champlin Park. Kern goes to Magnan. Sails it long. Royals with the point, 7-4. Finke back in for Emily Hoyt. Halligan with the float serve. Easy tap at the net on the overpass for Bell Qualley. 8-4.
Qualley, really good eyes, not only recognizing the ball coming over, but also what was open on the other side.
Left side swing and across. Magnan with the kill.
Take another look at this one. Magnan gets the ball on the outside, double block, and the hands don't close for Qualley there, right in between the field goal posts.
8-5. Hewlett, Dawson attacks and
Game
scores.
ball touch. Student section over here getting involved. Take a look at this one. Nice swing from the right side. Inman tries to dig, can't get her hips around it, and doesn't get her hips behind that ball either as it's a service ace. 10-5.
You mentioned the 19 kills she had the other night. She's heating up here.
Yeah. Fully capable of taking over at any time.
5-point Rogers lead, another good serve. No, down was another ace. Timeout, Champlin Park.
Rogers.
A little nerves, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You come in as, well, we're not supposed to win this one. They beat us already, or we beat them earlier, but they're the two, maybe not. And then you go up one, you have the feel, take set 2, all right, it's ours. And then set 3 happens. Not just happens, but it happens the way it went down.
Right.
And that was...
Yeah, well, not like 25-23.
Right,
it's 25-12.
Exactly. It's 25-12, which means you got throttled, and now you got to reset. So they try to reset, and some of the small changes they're trying to make aren't quite taking hold yet. So now we're starting to look around, trying to find who's going to be the answer. This team had that answer for the last 4 years. She's now at Minnesota, so they've got to find a new answer.
Yeah. Oh, Carly Gill.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anya Schmidt's at St. Thomas. Well, Carly Gill, how good a player she was, though, man. One of the best we ever seen.
Yep.
And we've seen a lot of good players come out of Champlin Park. Missed serve by Dawson out of that timeout. So it's 11-6. Sydney Hilly went into our CCX Hall of Fame this summer.
Yeah, that
Wisconsin
tracks.
All-American.
That tracks.
One off hands, picked up by Inman. They go back to Inman. He missed on some swings there in that third set, trying to get back on track here in the fourth.
Closing that thought on Hilly, I use her as an example whenever I have an athlete that's like, but I'm a this. And she was an All-American setter that John Yunker needed to have hit her senior year and just said, yep, coach, whatever you need from me. Dick got it done.
And she said that made her a better setter.
Oh, for
in
sure.
club and when she got to college at Wisconsin. That one sails long on the hit from Qualley.
Yeah, when you get the opportunity to see what it comes to you as, you make better choices when you're actually handling that second contact.
Tessa Magnan serving. Oh, missed on that one. Trying to pull back to within 2. Instead, the Rebels down 4 to the Royals now. And a good serve. It's an ace. Another one for Rogers. They've had a handful here in this set. This one for Belle Qualley. One off the tape and down on the Rogers side this time. 13-9. Then Bellison serves. Front row, little tap over by Inman. And the swing left side, Regan Schmidt delivers. Yeah, the Royals are like, yeah, let's go.
That's a blocking miscue there. Howe's got to know that ball's going outside and get out there quicker. She kind of left. Is that Tao? No, it's the setter Kern in the front row. Left Kern one-on-one. Uh-oh.
Overpass, tipped by Colligan, finds the open spot. $15-9. Emily Hoyt. Oh, catches the tape. It's an ace. Rogers by 7.
Royals ready to take the set 4 challenge here.
And Bellison back to the middle, over by Tilke, pick up by Dawson. Hoyt back set, tipped by Colligan. Great layout there, and then tipped across by Kern. Colligan swings and delivers. Schmidt with the set, Colligan with a kill, and another timeout for the Rebels.
Be their second timeout, the last one of this set. It's 17-9. We'll take a look at this last point. Just another unfiltered swing. This time from Colligan as she takes it into that deep one corner. Is that an adjustment that the Rebels can make? Drop that right back defender a little deeper? That's got to be the 8th or 9th ball that's fallen there. There's a little bit that has to do with some X's and O's stuff here for the Rebels, but it also comes down to execution within the athletes they have out on the floor. Some missed swings, some poorly placed sets, and the first touch hasn't been what we saw in sets 1 and 2. Champlin Park, I think, is in control of this match still, even though the scoreboard for set 4 does say otherwise. 17-9, Rogers up and looking to finish well.
Big week in high school volleyball, section finals across the state. Another team from around our area, Benilde St. Margaret's in 3A, took out the top seed, Delano, last night in the 6-3A final on Delano's home court. The Red Knights get to state for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah, that Delano team, I've watched them play about a dozen times this year. They make about 3 errors a year, and Benilde St. Margaret just was relentless.
A timeout. Howe gets blocked. Emma Sipp, number 5 with the block. 18-9. Hoyt serves. Change up and the setter don't see that often from Kern, but executes it perfectly here.
Out of serve receive, everybody on their heels. She catches them in motion. drops that one down. That's going to be open again for her, I think, if she wants it.
Back set, right side swing, off hands, picked up by the Rebels. We'll go to Tilke. Regan Schmidt across, Colligan. Bryn Bellison, overpass, tipped across. Nice sip. And the kill for Inman.
Middle up defense, deep sixes open if you can find it around the block, and that's exactly what Inman did with that one. We'll see if she can repeat the same set choice.
Kern serving. Set across, and a good block. Howe getting up with Tilke.
Doesn't get her hands across, though.
Yep.
That falls on Champlin Park's side, and it's 19-11.
So they go up by 8 with Schmidt serving. Howe tips the ball. It's tipped right back. Tilke trying to push it down the line. Regan Schmidt was there for that. Dawson swings and kill. Off the hand of Magnan and out. And Rogers is at 20.
Dawson, to say she's heated up would be an understatement. Swing down the line. Kern not able to make the play either.
Turn to Tilke. Quick set in the middle, tapped over. Ball at the net. They'll go outside. Back set. Colligan got turned away. Some great effort here by Rogers to keep the ball alive. Howe pushing it over. Hoyt, back set. Colligan off hands. Good pickup by Magnan back row. Good rally here. Inman misses long.
Whoa.
Good point for the Royals. They're up 10. Regan Schmidt to the back row. Magnan, Kern, right side. Inman across, gets this one in play. Might not be enough here for the Rebels, though. Down 9 and late in set 4. Left side block, but out. And the attack from Dawson. Champlin Park couldn't get it in play again. Caitlin Schmidt, the serve for Rogers. 22-12 Royals. Turn to the middle. Howe. And a kill for the junior. Kyra Bellison in. Sister Bryn out. Howe to serve. Rebels need a scoring run here from Lucy Howe. Swing, too long by Regan Schmidt.
One at a time,
right? Jinx, 22-14. Well, into the net on that serve, though, by Howe. The big point for Rogers. Get Howe off the service line, and now they're at 23. Colligan floats it over. Oh, and drops right between 3 Rebels. And it's set point for Rogers.
Oh boy.
Colligan serves. Oh, got it down the line and on the line for an ace. Rogers has pushed this to a 5th and deciding set. 25-14 here in the 4th. 1 more to play to 15 for a section championship. Rogers and Champlin Park, section 5 4A final. Wrap it up with the 5th set after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
What a switch in momentum. Champlin Park dominant the first set, even most of the second set. They win the first two and completely flip strip in third and fourth from Rogers. All the momentum as we head to set 5. John Jacobson, Andy Gillisberg, CCX and NSPN for tonight's Section 5 4A final. Hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been fun. Not the 5-setters we're used to, where they're 2 points each way. Instead, some really one-sided outcomes. Lucy Howe, okay, let's go. It's still 2-2. It's not 2-0, right? I mean, you lost the last two, but you're still even. And now it's only to 15. Bryn Bellison serving. Off hands, good pickup by Magnan. Left side swing from Inman. Colligan scores. And it's 1-1.
Rebels not able to get reset as that was over on 2 instead of using all 3 contacts. It's been a move that Rogers has used sparingly here. It's something they practice quite a bit, though.
Back set Kern to Howe. Good pickup by Regan Schmidt. Back set Colligan. Delivers again. Kinley Colligan started to pick up or become more involved the last set plus here as far as swings and attacks and kills.
Good decision there to reverse the flow. Inman wanted to help in the middle, forgot about her hitter on the right pin.
Kern will go outside. Riley Inman, too strong. 3-1 Rogers.
Take a look here, see if Inman caught an edge here. That looked like it was above.
Regan Schmidt serves. At Tilke, Kern to Howe over. Hoyt, back set, Colligan. The tips, doesn't look like it. Rebels point.
This is the point in the match where the student sections are going to clam up as soon as the point ends and make sure the call goes the right way before we hear anything.
Yeah, these fans really involved now, right? To get to this 5th set. Swing by Dawson, off point, off hands, point for Rogers. Rogers missed the state tournament last year after winning their section in 21, 22, and 23. Champlin Park won last year. We're ended that long string by Wayzata by beating Maple Grove in the final and finished second in the state. 8th serve there for Caitlin Schmidt. That's 5-2 Rogers. And again, you only need 15 in this one. They're a third of the way there. Swing and into the net by Tilke. Timeout, Champlin Park.
Big momentum here, still on the side of the Royals. It's 6-2. Champlin Park looking around for answers, trying to find somebody that can do something productive with a swing here.
They got the first point from Howe, but 6-1 Rogers since.
Yeah, it's about an ability to take the swing that you're given, not necessarily the swing you want. Right now, if they keep going off speed, Rogers is going to keep running it back. TJ Canham giving some last-minute advice here to the squad. There we see Inman and Howe. Howe checking in with Tilke. Inman putting herself in position to score here.
A lot of experience at both coaching staffs. You mentioned TJ Canham and how long he's been around volleyball.
Well, and Al Axness spent a stretch of time here and then also went with Roseville to about 4 state tournaments before coming over to Champlin Park.
Caitlin Schmidt seeing if she can get the momentum going here. How? Long tip. That's what Champlin Park was hoping. No. 7-2.
Take a look at the replay here. I think this caught a lot of tape. Oh, we had a net violation. That's what they were looking for.
Didn't get that call. Inman gets blocked. Colligan.
I'd unstack this here and I'd put Howe on the outside. We'll take a look at this replay here. Set dives inside, well-formed double block.
Caitlin Schmidt to the back row. Kern dumps it across. Second time she's been able to execute that in the last 2 sets. 8-3.
When you run out of hitters, that tends to be the move. Really good time for that one for the sophomore Kern.
Inman dives that serve across, but Caitlin Schmidt got it. Oh, too strong here. Oh, it in by Colligan.
That's going to be overruled by our R1. It's a really good overrule there. That ball is out of bounds. Smart choice by Barris there to overrule the call. Give the point to the Rebels.
Yeah.
That's a tough angle to be standing right there. I know it sounds like it's the easiest call. It's actually the hardest play to make. Follow it up by an ace.
And now it's 8-5. Inman. And they get the Rebels back in it. And a good serve. Right side, Colligan, and then pushed down by Howe. Champlin Park to within 2. Timeout, Rogers.
High school sports, man.
Momentum is a fickle thing sometimes, isn't it?
This ball tight, tipped across. Howe, you guessed it, throws it into the opening. You don't need to use all 3 contacts. Howe taking a play out of the Rogers playbook to get the timeout from Coach Bo Schmidt. 6-8, momentum fully on Champlin Park side here with a little mini run after their timeout. But Rogers still with the lead, and they'll get the first swing here after the serve.
TJ Canham, a lot of the talking in the Champlin and the Rogers huddle. On the flip side, Danielle Bailey, assistant coach, doing a lot of the talking in that timeout. So sometimes different voices, the right thing to do, right?
Yep, you got to figure out exactly who they need to hear at what time, whether we're talking strategy, whether we're talking emotion, whether we're talking technique. Everybody's got a role.
Rebels fans feeling it. Their team down 2. Dawson, Kendall Dawson hits line. I'm sure part of the message in that timeout was, hey, we're still ahead here. They got a little momentum. We're still up 2, and now up 3. 9-6. Serve from Kinley Colligan. Floats it wide.
And you look at Bo Schmidt after that missed serve. He's got a big smile on his face knowing that we're going to go for it here. That miss, yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't on purpose, but you can't play lollipop volleyball here.
Run down nicely by Hewitt and then over by Dawson. Turn to Magnan. Oh, step back. Great play by Caitlin Schmidt. Run down by Kyra Bellison. Left side swing. Back row. Good pickup by Inman. Tilke with the kill. Woo. Champlin Park within 1.
Sophomore right side here goes a little off speed, drops it in front of the setter. And Hewlett wants that one back.
Hewlett across and a block on Dawson. Pushed back from the back row by Regan Schmidt. Back to Magnan. Hewlett down the line, missed on the swing from Finke, and we are tied at 9.
Really good play. The beginning of that play would set everything else up. Dawson came in to hit a 2-ball. Bellison moved with her to block and slow it down. That's a ball that normally scores for Rogers. Here's that 2-ball again.
And they swing at this time. Great pickup by Howe. Magnan off of Schmidt. 10-9, Champlin Park.
Big swing here from Magnan as there's a block late.
Howe off the tape. 3-ball. Turn to Magnan. Timeout Rogers, 11-9, Champlin Park.
Magnan with a really nice job there as she comes off of a kill, gets an opportunity to swing on an overpass, chooses better of it. We'll take a look at this whole point here. It's a good serve. That ball's over. Magnan could have hit it, decided to pull off and play in, gets the ball back and goes a little off speed there. That is just high IQ volleyball. Wow, what a play from the senior Magnan, who knows this could be her last match as a Rebel. She's going to do everything she can, along with Bellison as well, to try and extend this season down to St. Paul.
And after that fourth set, we watch the huddle sometimes. Coaches stood out. Tessa Magnan took control of that huddle. Like, our season's not ending this way. We might not win, but we're not going to go out like we have the last 2 sets. And after falling behind early, now in control, 4 points to go to get back to state.
You gotta have a relationship with each athlete on your team to pull that off. You can't just be the best player. You gotta have some other pieces to it, and she does.
Lucy Howe serves. Hewlett back. Dawson, big swing. Rebels in the net. Ball on Tilke. 11-10. Big side out for Rogers. Now they get Kendall Dawson back to serve. Kern outside Magnan again. Off hands, a point for Champlin Park. It's 12-10.
This is not the time to think if you're the setter. Champlin Park, it's a pretty easy call. Kern, get the ball out to Magnan, who won't be slowed down right now. Double block sitting there, maybe you go somewhere else.
Got ball to the net there, and Tyra Bellison. They're going to talk about this one.
The debate right now is whether this ball was in the plane yet when Bellison got to it. I think that ball has to go to Rogers.
Yeah. Yep. I'm right at that about the net, and I thought that at the time. I think that's the right call.
Yep, and I love the fact that Travis calls his R2 over, and they have a conversation about it. Obviously, the Champlin Park student section doesn't agree with that assessment. But when I was their age, I wouldn't have either.
Kern tried to dump it over, does. Rogers, good block, kept alive, and then over by Dawson. Really good defense on that pickup by Hewlett. Swing by Magnan, back row, another pickup by Dawson. Bryn Bellison floats it to the back row. Hewlett, quick ball over by Sip, and down. We're tied at 12. It's a race to 3.
The facial expressions from the head coach are just phenomenal. Really good spot here, tip, great read, but then no pickup afterwards.
Into the nets on the swing from Magnan, and Rogers is back in front. Timeout, Champlin Park.
We had 3.5 blowout sets, but this set 5 is everything you asked for in a section final. 13-12, Rogers in the lead. Winner goes to state, loser calls it a season. Everybody's excited, everybody's on their feet in the student sections. Everything locked in. Talking about how we're going to communicate through one pass here. It's all about together. I love that call. I love that communication. Canham, probably emotion here. Known TJ a long time, probably going to talk a little emotion here, little bit of strategy, but a lot more about guts and grit.
Champlin Park has been in the section final all but once since 2013. 2019, the only year they missed other than COVID, when we didn't have a section tournament. They lost that year to STMA in the semis, and the year that was the first of the Wayzata state tournament runs. But they are used to having athletes in this situation. Right now, though, needing a rally. Right off Bryn Bellison. Great recovery by Inman, and then over by Tilke. A side swing, too much by Regan Schmidt. Was it tipped? Discussion. I didn't see it, but I don't. Oh, it was.
He's going to get a touch call. We're going to get a touch call, and it's match point.
It is match point for the Royals. Bell Qualley trying to get the Royals to state. Missed on that serve. 14-13. Still match point for Rogers. Tessa Magnan back to serve for Champlin Park. And pick up by Magnan. Kern left side. Inman tips it across. Right side swing. There it is. Rogers rallies to win. They're going to state. Aleda Pinky with the kill. And Rogers wins in 5.
Bedlam as the student section takes off. Bo Schmidt pulling the fans off the athletes so the athletes can get done what they need to done. Rogers going to the state tournament on a 15-13 match win in a tight 5th set. Great volleyball being played across the board here. Seating will take place on Sunday. Everything's going to be at the Grand Casino Arena. In 4A, the quarters are Wednesday, semis are Thursday, and the finals for everybody on Saturday. 3A goes Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. 2A and 1A go Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
It's always fun to see the smiles on the face of the team that thoroughly dominated for pretty much the first 2 sets. When they come back, they rally. It's best of 5. It's not best of 3, and they take it in 5. And congratulations to Rogers and Champlin Park. Man, we had that one.
Yeah,
and it's really tough for the seniors. You look at Kyra Bellison, Tessa Magnan, Lila Pletzel comes off the bench. She's a senior as well. This is their last match here. The rest of the girls will be back in 2026, but a tough one.
Yeah,
for Champlin Park.
Yeah, it's a tough way to finish, but they put it out there. I mean, there's a couple points in set 3 and 4, but the way they played in set 5, that's a loss that hurts. But if they would have lost like they did in set 3 or 4, that would gut those kids for a long time. This one's going to hurt for a while. Tonight's going to suck. They're going to wake up tomorrow being sad, but recognizing they did some darn good things in this section final match. They also took out the number 1 team in the state to get the opportunity to extend their season for 2 more days.
Congratulations to the Rogers Royals onto the state tournament for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. And again, they'll find out this weekend who they'll play in the state quarterfinals. Champlin Park season ends with a 23-9 record and a section runner-up finish. Well, that'll do it for our coverage not only tonight, but for the season on CCX, our television coverage. Thanks to all of our great crew tonight and all year. Thanks to Andy Gugersberg and his work here the last couple of nights. It's been fun. Brendan, you'll be busy, I know, with NSBN and everybody next week down at State.
I just had this realization, John. Normally we have this emotional goodbye after the state final.
Right.
We called what feels like so 6 of those in a row.
Yes.
Really, really, it's been a pleasure as per always. I know it hasn't been as often as it has in years past, but I appreciate the opportunity to work with you guys. You guys run a high-class operation. You guys do a really good job. We were stopped by 3 different parents as we were walking in here today talking about how great the production is that we put together. So hats off to you and your crew for another great year. Thanks, guys.
Good people. Thank you.
John Jacobson saying so long from Osseo High School. It's Rogers prevailing in 5 here in the Section 5 4A championship. They go to state next week in St. Paul. Good night from Osseo High School.